Hi, I'm Mark Dan and this is Organic Highlands. Welcome again. Hope you've had a nice little break over the Christmas and into the new year. All your New Year's resolutions probably gone out the window like mine, which is unbelievable, especially red wine. And that'll be a good little thing at the end of this you'll enjoy. I've done a good little show this time. We've done some filming at a little hillock. It's to the Clan Chisholm's resting place, where the chieftains, the chief of the clans are buried, and I've got some little stories there about them, and also some little ghost stories which I hope you'll like. We've also got my night vision camera I put out as well, some wildlife that we've been filming, which is great. I'll show you some of that. The snow as well, we've had snow coming and going. We've had a great last few weeks, so I've got some good snowboarding and skiing again from the lodge. I've also got, which is quite interesting, some fire lighting. I'll show you some fire lighting techniques that I've done here to start the fires with impregnated wood, which we carve and then it lights with a fire stick. I'll show you that. And then I've got some organic wine, which I enjoyed, which is incredible. I love wine anyway, and organic wine, you can't go wrong. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this episode, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. So I was just passing and I've just seen these long-horned Highland cows, black as pitch in the white snow. Incredible. Normally you see like the tan colours and maybe the cream, but unusual to see the dark in this lovely setting. And I think they look amazing. Huge horns on them, as you can see, curled at the top there, and it's just a lovely setting with the snow all around today, and a couple of them lying in the silage bale on the floor, bit of warmth, but look, absolutely amazing. I just thought you might want to see this. I enjoy seeing them, so I'm sure you will as well. Highland long-horned cows in the most beautiful setting. Just look at this gate. You wouldn't believe this is to a Clan Chisholm's resting place. Look at it, rusty old gate, nothing around. You wouldn't know it's here. Absolutely amazing. So just follow me. We go through the side here. I'm not going to go through the gate, just go around the edge, and we just go up this little path. Join me as I walk up to here, and when we're at the top I'll go over the history of the Clan Chisholms. Here we go, coming up that short little track in the middle of nowhere, and look what we're greeted with. this amazing Chisholm clan resting place. Now the Chisholms were originally from France, and they settled on the borders just down south, but they actually then moved to Bewley. The local chief, Clan Alexander Chisholm, married Margaret, Lady of Ercless, which is this area where we're in now, Ercless Estate. It's now actually a private estate. And now this whole area, Strathglass, between Bewley and Glencannock, was then the home of the Chisholm clan. And the chieftains were buried at this site. And if you can see, it's absolutely amazing. I'll just go a bit closer. Just look at these huge pillars with like Celtic art actually on them as well. If you can just see. Terrific. Just going a bit closer now, you can see, look at that, the signs carved into there. There we go. And this is actually the emblem, the wild boar, which is for the Chisholm clan. There's a small candle just been left there, and I bet underneath the snow there's coins and also little stones. It's like a Jewish tradition which is left below these stones, and it's supposed to give you luck, like they do leave them in the fountains. Lucky charms. And you can see this one again. Look at the stone carved work there we have, and it goes up there. These must be like, I don't know, 25 feet, 25 feet tall. Huge. And there's 3, and as you saw when you came up, incredible. So like I said, the Chisholms used the whole of this. They used to live in the whole of the Strathglass Glen, and they, after the Battle of Culloden in 1745, they were very on the Jacobite side, very pro Bonnie Prince Charlie. After the Battle of Culloden, they basically fled. They were persecuted, and a lot of them went abroad, Canada, America, fled away. But here's the wild boar again. Like I said, you can just see it, and the crest of the boar's head has been their sort of clan emblem, because they said they some of the members of the Chisholm clan actually saved the king's life when he was attacked by a wild boar in the 14th century. So you can just see it's got a knife, the hand of the Chisholm, with the dagger representing the wild boar after they've just saved the king's life. Like I said, they had a strong allegiance to the Jacobite cause. They were originally Catholic, and they've been supporting them from around 1715 to 1745, like I said, on the battle. A lot of the Chisholms actually, after the Battle of Culloden, they were Bonnie Prince Charlie's bodyguard, helping him to flee across the Highlands and to Skye. It was actually said when Bonnie Prince Charlie fled, Hugh Chisholm, who was one of the chief clans, shook the king's hand, and after that no other man's hand he shook until he died, always true to the Jacobite cause. Now another little thing about this area is basically the witches of Strathglass, and I used to do ghost tours up here at night, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But the Strathglass witches were basically a group of the MacLeans who lived as law-abiding citizens basically near Bewley, and it was the Chisholms who persecuted them a bit and had plans for their removal and try and land grab. So what would happen is the chief clan Chisholms went in cahoots with the mayor of Inverness, and they would try and accuse farmers' wives and stuff like that of being witches. And if they obviously didn't agree, the husbands and stuff like that, they'd be accused of witches as well. So it's a no-win situation. And the famous one around here in this area was 14 women and 1 man were subjected to torture. They would burn the soles of their feet. They tried to keep them awake because they wanted their land. They wanted them to admit their witches so they can expand their empire of the clans. And what they reckon is that because of the persecution to the MacLeans from the Chisholms and the witches, a lot of them who actually died, who may have been witches, came back to haunt this little hillock in the Highlands. And I'll tell you a little story about experiences I've had in this area. So I came up here, I did ghost tours, and I used to do them from the lodge. I came up with a couple one evening. We sort of came up, looked around at the crosses, looked up at the taller ones, and it was a dark night, moonlight out, absolutely perfect for ghost tours. And I had a couple, we were just over here, standing here, and it's a windy evening, and you can imagine the scenario with the wind in the trees, just the shadows of the crosses coming down, the old ancient trees. It gives that atmosphere already, and I'm dressed up as a monk with lanterns in my hand, and we're talking and we're going over the Strathglass witches, which I've just went through. And then I could hear in the wind a nursery rhyme, and I could hear it. I could go through my head. That's strange, through the wind and the whistles and the trees. And I said, we've got the lanterns in our hand and they've got their lanterns in their hand. And I said, did you hear that? And they said, hear what? And I said, did you hear the little nursery rhyme I just heard? Through the wind, was it the wind or the noise or what was it? And then they go, what was it? And I said, ring-a-ring-a-rosy. Honestly, she dropped a torch, dropped the lantern on the floor, and I said, what's the matter? And she said, how did you know about that song? I said, well, that's what I just heard up in the trees. It just sort of came to me. And she said, just me and my friend were talking about that very song as we were driving to you from Edinburgh. What a coincidence, you know? And it doesn't end there. I had a medium who came on one of my tours. So just with that went on was sort of quite strange. I had a medium on one of my tours, and we did the same thing. We walked up the bank, which we came up earlier, and I said, tell me what you're thinking. Is there a song or some sort of message that you can hear, just coincidental? And guess what? The first thing she said to me was, yes, ring-a-ring-a-rosy. I dropped my torch. So I thought you might like that. It's just one of them coincidences, little stories, and you can just see the sun setting out. It's beautiful. And I'll just end off with a few shots, and I hope you've enjoyed this Chisholm resting place, the Chisholm clan, and it's incredible. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and catch you later. So I got my night vision camera again. The normal thing I do on my episodes, I leave it out for a few weeks or a couple of weeks. I move it around and we try and see what we can see. And I've got some lovely things again. Got a lot of deer, red deer, roe deer. I've got some hare. So just enjoy it. I've got a few little clips coming up. Hope you like it, and I'll catch you again. Thanks a lot. Right, so I'm gonna ski from my ski cabin. We've had lots of snow, as you can see, covered in it, about 6 inches of snow. So I'm gonna have a good old run from here. There's your ski cabin, and keep an eye on us, and let's have some fun. As you see, it's very deep powder. What a great day. Don't get many days like this. Lots of snow, powder snow. Brilliant skiing, loving it. Have a great day. So with the night still drawn in, it's nothing better than getting a fire going in the cabin. I've given it a clean out. Remember last time it was a bit of a mess. It's all been cleaned out. There's nothing else been in there. But well, I've only been here not long. I've already seen a red squirrel at my side of the cabin, and also a roe deer was down at the bottom, which is quite nice. I've put the camera out again, by the way, so we can sort of see, maybe we get some pictures of that. But I'm just going to light a fire in here, but I'm going to use some basic tools just to show you. Basic tool, fire lighting. I've got a fire stick, fire starter, fire stick. Just use my knife, and I just like to sit in there, chill out for a little bit, get it all aired out. So come and join me, and let's see what we can do. So I've got some of this this fire starting bark. It's like an impregnated wood, and it's really good for starting fires. So you just get a little bits of it to start off with. Just do a few little, let's try and show you that, a few little scrapes with it coming off. You don't need too much, but it's great for carrying with your backpack, because if it gets wet it doesn't matter, because it doesn't soak up water. It's great to have along with you on any expedition, any time in the wilderness. It's just great. So I'll just do a few of them, strips of that. So I've got a little pile just in there, and then I've got ready as well little bits of kindling and wood, bark, dry. There's no point having any wet stuff. And I've got my fire starter. The thing is, you've got to make sure on your fire starter that you've got a clean edge. I'll just show you what I mean. Just scrape off. This is a new one, see? So just scrape off all the outside, and then we can just little bits on top. Just let it, try and feed it. The bark is good. Don't over smother it. Tiny little bits. There we go. This bark is really good. Some more. There you go. Tiny bits, and then slowly increase the size of them. As you can see now, I'm just still feeding it. You don't want it to overpower it. Let it burn a little bit. But you can see it's starting to go now. The common thing always is you put too much on too soon and it'll just smother it and the oxygen won't get inside. But you can see now I'm getting that going really well. That's going good. And I can start to add some bigger stuff in a second. So I'm just going to add some more larger pieces. As you can see now, it'll start to take, it's going, it'll be fine that now. Once this bigger piece starts to take, it's got plenty of air and oxygen underneath to then start going. Excellent. So all that was used, a little bit of this, which is an impregnated wood. Put it in your pocket, hang it on your belt. Fantastic. And my new fire starter, which you saw, you can start. So this bit of kit here, pretty much in your pocket, use whenever you want. So I'm just going to put a couple of bigger bits on now. It's going well. There you go. And we'll do a lot more of this when we're outside. I always put the wood going upright like this. There we go. And that'll go really nice now. Got it started. Excellent. So fire's going nicely now. So I just want to quickly show you some of the tools I use. Just a little bit closer view, just to give you an idea. So starting off, you saw me shaving. This is the fire stick I used, impregnated wood, brilliant. Get shavings off it, put it on your fire, and then use your flint to actually get it going. But this is a great bit of kit. Tie it to your belt, anything like that. And if it gets wet, like I said, it's still very good. And I just used, I've got a little small fin from Finland. I got it, this little knife. It's a lovely little bone handle, just enough that I need to then just scrape bits off when I need to. Okay, just with a knife. I've also got then my flint. Like I said, when it's new, your fire starter, you need to just scrape off the black off it, so it's revealing then the silver, and then you can see you can get your sparks quite easily with a sharp edge of the piece of tool they give you. I've also then, with my knife, I have a really good little sharpener where you can actually just small circles, just keep your edge of your blade rust free, nice and sharp at all time, and then you have no problem trimming your firewood. Okay, so I just want to show you a few little bits of my kit. I'll do a close-up version so you can see them, but I hope you enjoyed that. It's really going well now, really enjoying it. Catch you later. Put some more logs on the fire. You can't beat an actual proper fire, I don't think. There's nothing better than an open fire. And I love it in this little cabin. You can just sit here with a nice dram of whiskey or a bottle of beer and just watch the world go by. It's lovely these sort of times. You've got in the distance snow-capped mountains, the blue sky on the horizon. Oh, it's just magical. So thanks for watching this little bit, and catch you soon. So I thought I'd try a little bit different with a bit of tasting today. I normally like, I did some beer in Highlands, I did some whiskey and stuff like that. But I'm going to try some wine. I know it's not from the Highlands, but it's very hard to get red wine from the Highlands. But I'm going down the organic route still. It is an organic wine, and I'll show you this when I just show you the bottle. Penala Gato, it's a Spanish Rioja, so it's from the Rioja region. And I like it because it's a full-bodied red. There's for me some of the best wines. I like them with the foods I eat, and they seem to, if they've just been, I've let this breathe a while, and it's been by the fire and it's been open. I just know that this is going to be, I can just feel the bottle, it's not cold even though it's snow outside. it's a nice temperature. And this is Garnacher, the grape they use. It's a different one that I've never tasted. So this will be interesting. Like I said, 15.5% volume on the actual wine itself, and organic as well. You can see if you look at bottles, and if they've got like this sort of leaf star shape on the back, it means it's organic. So let's give this a try. So give it a little pour, and let's try this lovely full-bodied wine. I do like wines, I must admit. I'm not so keen on white wines, champagne things. I will drink if I go to weddings and parties and things, but my go-to is always a red wine. And just by looking at this already, even holding at the light, it's very rich and dark. You can just see that. Very dark. It's not translucent like some wines, red wines you get. They say they're full body, but they're not. You look at them and you can see right through. But that already looks very dark and rich. It's got like a peppery sort of smell, which I expect. A little bit smoky, but very fruity. I was reading on the process they do this, that they hold the process of the fruits in the wine a lot. It's not, some fruits, the element goes through the process of how they age it. But on this wine, the way they age it, they try and hold all the fruits, which is a good thing. I want a fruity, I want a full-bodied, and I want a bit of smoky, like I said, a bit of peppery taste. Peppery, like a Shirazes are normally quite peppery, and I like a Shiraz. But Rioja is, you get a good Rioja, you can't go wrong. So let's just give this a... Oh, that's good. Almost, you can taste the fruit. Yeah, the peppery taste. Almost like a cloves. You know, you get the cloves, the herbs, and oh, that's good. This you could quite easily sit with a nice meal. It would be good with, I imagine, unfortunately for the vegetarians out there, it would be good for a steak meal, which is what a lot of red wines are good for, especially the Malbecs and things like that. This, for me, I would quite happily drink this with a meal. I'd actually, now I know about this grape, the Grenache, which is, I've never really heard much before about it. Garnache, how you pronounce it, yeah. I've never heard about it before. So that for me is something that I would look out for. Normally I go to the Malbecs and all that sort of stuff. But if I can find something with this on again, I would actually probably order it. It's about £25. You can get it from, I got it from a place in Inverness, a wine store. I'll just put a little link there for you. But give it a go. It's a full-bodied red, Penel Gata. I'll put the little link for you. I'm enjoying this. Nothing can't beat it by the fire. And I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've done a few good things on it, which I hope you like, and I've got loads more ideas for the next one. We just keep doing this through the seasons, and you can see it changes every week. We got more snow on the ground. When we get to spring, you'll see all the bluebells come in, and the snowdrops before that, then the bluebells. It'll just be amazing for you to come through the seasons with me and see what's going on. And I am going to do more food, but I just need to. Every time I go out to do my fire pits and stuff like that, we get another half a foot of snow. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a set place out there where we can cook. I've got some great recipes which I'm going to do. We're going to do more tastings. I've got more adventure stuff. I'm going to do a bit of gold panning. I'm going to do some equipment. I'm going to do some gold panning. I've got my own burns here with with quartz veins running through the side, and there's loads of fool's gold, so it's worth a shot. We can give that a go and see what happens. I'm going to do my paragliding in different areas. There's so much for me to do. Metal detecting. I'm really looking for all the organic stuff we can find in the Highlands, the pure nature. I've got some great ideas. So join me with this and have a great time, and I'll see you on the next show. Cheers.